በመንፈስ እንደገና ተለወጥን
And we're
ታደስን
taken out of the kingdom of darkness and put in the kingdom of light.
ከጨለማው ኃይል ተወስደን ወደ ብርሃን ዓለም መጣን
And he said, if I go away,
እና በመሄድበት ጊዜ
I will come again.
እና እንደገና ተመልሼ እመጣለሁ
Jesus will come back
ኢየሱስ ክርስቶስ ይመጣል
and take us away.
እና ልጆቹን ይዞ ይሄዳል
Hallelujah.
ሃሌሉያ
As we come to you today, I have a guest and a fantastic opportunity to introduce you to someone who means much to me in the ministry. I have Dr. Jerry Spencer with me, and Brother Jerry has a announcement and a request of us, and I'd like for him to share the background and who he is and why we're coming with this request today.
Harold, it's an honor to be here with you, and our main reason for being together is because we're issuing a personal invitation, and along with from my organization, which is Jerry Spencer Ministries, and in Ethiopia, it's Jeremiah Connection. But we would like to invite you to come and bring a team to Ethiopia, and we invite you to do crusades. We invite you to do a pastors' conference, and we invite you to go out in the marketplace, and then, of course, wherever you're going. Share the gospel. God is moving in Ethiopia. He's moving in a lot of Africa. Some of the countries like Rwanda. Rwanda is opened up where we're getting in all the schools. The government's invited to come in all the schools. And Kenya, many things are happening in Kenya. But in Ethiopia, God is really moving, and we've had literally tens of thousands of people saved in the last few years. We just need people of your caliber, and I say that with all humility but confidence. I know you as a person. I know what you stand for. I know your theology. I know what your team believes, and so we're confident in inviting you to come. What is your response?
As you already know, we've talked several times, and the answer is yes. I'd like for you to share what you said first on the phone to me, and that was how you came to the point to call on me and come to this point today.
Okay, well, I have had heart surgery, and I've been through 9 cancer treatments, and then COVID came along, so it's limited my going personally to Ethiopia, but our teams have been over there busy the whole time. We just had a team get back recently that had over 30,000 people come to Christ. But my director over there, Haile Selassie Tafari, called me with tears, crying, and said, Doctor, you got to come. You about to get well, you got to come. And he said, we've had a request from 2 areas to come in sometime in January or February. Is there any way that you could send somebody? I said, Haile, I don't know of anybody, but I'll pray about it. Well, I began to pray. This person would come to my mind. This person would come to my mind. I thought, here's a possibility. And then God began to just put your face in my vision. And I began to think, well, the Lord may be laying Harold on my mind. I don't know if he's done this overseas evangelism, but I prayed about it, fasted about it, and God definitely laid it on my heart to call you and give you an invitation. So that's how it started.
Yes, sir.
I feel like God has gifted you. The timing in your ministry is right, and I feel like you'll have a major impact, and the people over there won't ever get over it, and you won't ever get over it.
Well, as you know, I'm humbled, Brother Jerry. I want you to know that you would even consider handing over an opportunity like that to me. And one of the things that I will say as an indicator for us, as many that are probably listening today know, we try to work off the Experiencing God model and paying attention to what he's doing. And when you asked me, the first conversation, you just said Africa, which is about 72 plus countries. And I just began to pray and consider it. And the next morning, devotional time, my devotional as I flipped open was, and Philip went to Ethiopia.
Oh.
Now, I did not know in the next conversation we had, I just basically prompted and said, Brother Jerry, would you just please tell me what country we're going to? And immediately when you said Ethiopia, both of us had an idea that God was using different things to challenge me to say yes, and then God's been laying it on the hearts of some other men to be participants in what's going on. If you were to be able this moment in brief to tell people out there why they should support another trip over for Jerry Spencer's ministry, what would you tell them?
First of all, because of the souls that be saved. Secondly, because of the training we can give. When I first started going to Ethiopia, a lot of the pastors didn't even have a Bible. Maybe one person in the village or a neighboring village had a Bible. They would go read out of it and get their lesson and then come back and preach. But now, most of them have a Bible, not all of them. Still, some of the pastors don't even have no study tools. So you minister to the pastors. And then the overarching thing is, we need to do it now.
Well, now is the time.
Yeah, the Muslims are moving strongly, communists strongly, so we need to go now. That's why we just don't need to fool around and say, well, I'll help on the next trip. There may not be a next trip. We hope there is another trip. But so I hope all the people who are watching will have this sense of urgency. We need to do this now.